that is going to be the case. And Jinair looking to go for a bit of a safer pick here. Something with some range that can survive the matchup either which way it goes. So looking at the Gnar for so on. We'll be locked in.
Not 100% clear what he'll be facing though with the Trundle ban. You do think Maokai may be a top laner, but with Keen especially, you would expect it to be Jarvan top. So very intriguing to see what they go with. Gnar is a famous lane counter to the Maokai. Has a bit more of a struggle with Jarvan just because of the extra damage, meaning he can be taken down if ganked while exhausted, not being able to go over to his Mega Gnar. So we'll find out that information at 20 seconds. Looking likely for it to be Maokai top. And at the end of the day, very solid draft from Everett. If this was KT Rolster, you'd be really happy with what they put together. But actually being able to pull it off for Everett has been a struggle. It is a move from them. They're no longer running 4 carries basically and a support. They do have initiation, they do have scaling, they do have a tanky front line, so it is more of an adaptation to 7-14 than we've seen so far by the side of Everett winners.
Yeah, just unfortunately coming a little bit too late into this split, but you know, this would be a nice time to go ahead, pick up a victory, shut down Jinair's hopes, drag somebody down with them, I suppose, is kind of how that one would go. But they have to pull off the initiation. Everybody has to be working cohesively on the side of Everett if they want to have that big wombo potential with the dive in from the Maokai and the J4 with that shockwave on top.
Yeah, cohesion definitely not something we'd level too much at Everett, so it'd be a movement forward if they can do it. Jinair, this series is so important to them. They want to win comfortably, and it all starts here.
Yeah, they want to win with the 2-0. Still has that package available, so doesn't even have to use it, doesn't have to use the flash either. A little bit of damage. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, a bit of a back and forth coming through here as Teddy goes low, jumps up with the Feather Storm to keep himself alive. Doesn't quite get the feathers in onto Duel, but they take Ella dangerously low. Fate's Call coming through, as is the teleports from both sides. Someone arriving with the Mega Gnar, knocks him into the wall. Now looking for Keen. Will get popped back with that explosive cast, and he's going to go down. The Kitty's going through. Will not be able to flash to the side, keeps himself alive with that heal, but now Malrong might be in a spot of bother. Just have the flash. He'll get popped back, and he is going to go down. Like a drag through. Maybe gets it. Actually, the flash at the last second. The rocket not going to connect, but Kuzan, he does have that empowered auto attack. Does take down the J4. So Septed out with his light, but Malrong falls.
They do have control wards down, so let's see if Jinair will back off to Baron. You see the...
So it's, yeah, it's spiking.
We got to find our excitement where we can get it, OGN Legion.
Yeah, getting excited about that Corki movement speed. Because he'll probably never use the package. Maybe a bit too risky. Oh, maybe we'll find the opening here. Yeah, just go in, cuts off, Septic gets popped to the side. And that's going to be a massive shockwave coming through here for Septic. Cataclysm thrown down as Teddy's trying to fire away, trying to trade back some kills. But they're all just going to go down, so on. The only one still alive, but even then, it's just for the moment. The final Ren comes through. An ace completed by Everett, only losing the Orianna, and Jinair completely go way overboard, and now Everett have a way back into the game.
And it's just like we said, the reliability for Everett is there. Sure, they didn't get the start, but Jinair just open up and offer themselves as tribute to Everett winners. Please, please, kill us all. Exactly what happens there. Very clean kill. No threat onto Duel, and Duel had the 2 items, and even with a gold disadvantage, Kalista Ren sets are a thing.
It's like they were suddenly overtaken by that weird pollen-carried disease thing that was in the happening that makes everybody just kill themselves. Jinair just suddenly had that, and they just dove in.
They didn't need to dive the turret, but then 3 of them get into the shockwave, and Duel never has any threat onto him at all. The only skill shot that hits him is the flag from his own team as the Jarvan comes in, laps it up, and then by the end, sure, they dump a little bit of damage into him, but almost no threat onto Duel the entire time. And Everett winners, they're still way behind. They probably will still lose, but Jinair Green Wings gave them a chance they did not need to.
Oh, God.
Confirmation of Baron with the Ren, so there's still a chance they can take this. In the face of the enemy is hard, and so on is around 75% Narbar.
It's going to be TPing through here. Malrong going forward. As that flag attack, but doesn't find anything. He goes low. Teddy firing away, forces out the flash. Grand entrance from Snowflower on the backside. The fight pops up too, and Keen is just getting junked out by the Corki here in the front lines. He will go down, trying to wrap around. That'll be a halt on the Baron attempt here by Everett. Maybe Jinair looking for a little bit more. Snowflower pushing forward, looking for another entrance. Find it here in Malrong, and the Spot of Bother will be able to flag and drag over the wall to safety, but now Jinair getting rid of the Malcolm.
I mean, everyone, like, no one was guilt-free in that one. Everyone was guilty.
Oh, Kuzan, he's going to get caught. Flash forward.
Interrupt by Umti. Nice stuff there.
Body slam will go ahead, knock him back. By the storm down by Teddy as the Glacial Fissure comes through.
Here comes the kiddies.
Concussive blows in onto Umti. He might fall. He will as Duel finds the kill. And he's still very healthy, just firing away. And yet again, they might have done a double kill going over to the Kalista. TP will be coming back in here from Kuzan. Stun thrown down, connects in onto Keen, and he will fall. As Kuzan finds the kill. Teddy going forward, finds one, pops Ella. Now looking for a little bit more here, Septon sidestepping on the boomerang, keeping himself safe from being slowed up as Malrong goes forward. And Rend and the Dissidents will come down. They find another kill, but they're still losing out on the Nexus turrets. And this could just be one of the sloppiest ends of a game that I think I've really ever seen in LCK as Jin Air looked to finish this one off, but it's just so on and Kuzan and so on. Maybe if he could change, maybe if he could get into that Mega Gnar form, they'd go for it, but instead they will peel back.
And the base defense for Everate's actually pretty decent, so it will delay the game for another 5 minutes, you'd have to think. You can see Teddy's just desperate for a front line to stand in front of him so he can do his damage. Uses both sides.
I would like to believe in them, but I just can't. It's being cleared out here. Duel doing his damnedest. We'll be rending away these super creeps so far. Are doing a pretty decent job, but there's going to be that third wave coming in. Engage coming through as Malrong jumps in onto Teddy. Featherstorm keeps him alive inside the Cataclysm for now, but he's going to get jumped on. Shield coming down to try to keep him in the fight, and so far it is working out, but Duel does have the Ren stacks coming through, does take him down, and now is looking for Kuzan, jumps to the side, around Snowflower, finds the double kill. Can he get the triple? The answer is gonna be yes, looking for a bit more as Malrong desperately tries to defend the turret, but he's gonna die because Soan has the double kill, but it's another near ace for Everate on the defense, but their Nexus is now exposed.
Jin Air's reward for their solid early game is that they can throw themselves into the hands of Everate multiple times, and yet the Nexus is exposed. The super minions slaying Malrong after his initiation onto the no flash, no heal Teddy was the right way for Everate to start a fight. And I see you over there cringing, Achilleos. This match must go on.
Oh dear. 38 minutes in. We'll be able to hold on to this one.
Good decision by Malrong. Flash ult, no ability, no frames to react there. But Teddy, who doesn't have summoners, was guilty of being greedy to slap up kills. Shockwave is smart. Teddy lives longer than they would have expected. But if you notice, the big story here is Duel hopping his little heart out in the backline. Very nice flash to stop the CC from Snowflower coming in. Gets the maximum out of the Kalista that was donated to him by Jin Air for a first pick. And after laning phase, Duel is taking down inhibitors. The game can actually change. Now Jin Air do not want to group up, have no incentive to play a 5v5. So right now, Jin Air just want to focus on playing the side lanes, trying to get ahead in that fashion, because a 5v5 could actually lead to a sea change in the game.
All right, now Soan just going to go ahead and get some free time. On at the stop inhibitor, Everate. A bit more interested in defending the rest of them, but now they have to be concerned about the minions. They're going to be pushing forward and onto that exposed Nexus. Second one getting ready to fall. As Kuzan just does too much damage with the Trinity Force.
This is well played by Soan, who's just walking up, just auto-attacking down the Nexus for free.
Twisted Advance goes down onto him. He's getting ready to transform. Nature's Grasp coming through, and Kuzan's on the backside, just backdooring this. They will all in on the Corki. They pop him back into the fountain. But Snowflower is here, and he'll go ahead and those final auto attacks through, and Jin Air, 40 minutes, 45 seconds, will win game one. There's a big smile on Snowflower's face, but honestly, no one should feel good about this game, other than Duel.
That's true, and Rakan ending the game with an auto attack, just like Rakan stole away a Baron against Jin Air in their last series, is so fitting for a game that was really the quintessential Jin Air Green Wings versus Everate experience. He ends the game legendary. He doesn't die once, does Duel, and yet Teddy was similar positions last season, you'll remember, in a struggling Jin Air team. We have to wait and see if Everate can be strong enough to take down the likes of CJ Entus and Kongdu, who do seem to be the two teams that will join them from the Challenger Series in that relegation tournament. When the games actually devolved into 5v5 fights, Everate looked very comfortable, but unfortunately, so much of the game had been surrendered, and that's really the only appropriate adjective, surrendered, to the side of Jin Air, who was very smart in their macro early. They were able to make mistake after mistake, hand over advantage after advantage, and yet still win the game.
Well, a bit of a